it's Dave from the Redneck Garage. If you remember from our last video, I had the gas tank drained out, burned off the fuel, probably caused all kinds of environmental hazards from burning off that gas. But now we're going to pick back up on getting the gas tank prepped, put a new fuel pump in it, get the nozzles back on, get that thing ready to be put under the truck. So let's take a look. The babies are playing with Mama. She's been a really good mama. They're 5 weeks old. Fight to the death. Get him, get him. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, this weather's turned to crap again. Started raining, so I had one nice day yesterday. Near the end of the week, it's supposed to get nicer, but yuck. So with the rain, I just decided I'd work inside the garage here for a little bit. Here's the old fuel pump, and it looks pretty nasty. It's got some gunk on it. Here's your fuel level. And I thought that I would look at my new fuel pump that I ordered. I haven't even looked at it and see what's on it, what I need to replace, what I don't need to. That'll be interesting, huh? And hopefully it's the right one. So here's the new fuel pump, and it's got the new gasket on it, so I don't have to reuse that. It looks good. That's awesome. Here's your fuel level gauge. Hopefully it's correct. So basically this is just a plug and play. Drop it in there, put the ring back on, and the tank should be ready to install. There's a couple connections that I got to take off the old one that go onto here. But it looks like it's the right connector. Now, when you're putting your fuel pump in, you want to make sure you don't bang around your fuel gauge, because you want it to be able to go up and down. And if you beat the crap out of it, it probably won't work right. So the first thing I want to do is put the rubber gasket in. And I'll install that around the edge. And it kind of, you can feel how it goes on. You can feel it around the lip where it's flush. We'll take our strainer, snap it in place, and it just snaps on the bottom. There we go. And we'll carefully get everything down in there. I usually spray a little WD-40 around the fuel pump to get it go down in that rubber, because it's pretty tight fit usually. And carefully fit it all the way around the opening. Make sure you don't pinch it. Yeah, that looks great. Now we're going to put a ring on. Okay, so the next part I'm going to fast forward through a little bit, but let me just give you a little backdrop. I messed with it and messed with it trying to get the ring back on, and it kept going on sideways, and then it would pop off, and it wasn't going down flat. And I thought, man, I am mentally challenged somehow, or there's something warped in this. However, if you read the board from the last video, that the link is in the first of this video, I had a lot of people chime in, Jerry and Trev and a bunch of other people saying, man, that ring just wouldn't go on straight though, and I had to fight with it. So obviously either we're all mentally challenged, or it's just really a pain in the butt to get that ring to go back on. Once I got it started, this tool right here worked really pretty well. And with the ring, I go ahead and douse it with a little WD-42. I'll be honest with you, I had to screw around with this quite a bit to get this ring to go on. I don't know what the deal was, but... Alright, so I got it threaded on there. I couldn't have done it without the gas cap part, the gas tank ring tool. And it's on there good and tight. It ain't going nowhere, that's good. Alright, so I got my fuel line hooked back up to the new fuel pump. Got my filler tube, I got to get some clamps for it. But I will go ahead and plug this in and test fire it off, make sure we don't have any leaks once I get the rest of the fuel system hooked up on the front end with the fuel injectors, because that would kind of stink if I put the fuel tank in and got all the straps on and then fuel started running out. So I do want to double check that, but for all intents and purposes, the gas tank's ready to go back in. Fuel pump wasn't that difficult. You have to have the tool that I was using to get this ring on and off because it was a pain in the butt. I did finally get it to thread on there and tighten down well. And we're one step closer to getting a fuel system on this thing and cranking it over. Next thing's going to be working on the rear end, getting a track bar extender put on it and flipping around those adjustable A-arms, and we'll be pretty much ready to put the gas tank underneath. I'm Dave from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.